It's the first Monday in the new year, and it's time for Faith Capsules powered by the Shaper's Act. I am Wonuola Adetayo, the Shaper. Our scripture for today is Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10. I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times what is still to come. I say, my purpose will stand, and I do all that I please. This powerful verse reminds us of God's ability to declare the end from the beginning. As God's children, we should be like our Father by approaching life intentionally and beginning the year with the end in mind. Today's scripture offers us 3 important lessons in this regard. Lesson number 1, begin with vision. God's ability to declare the end from the beginning teaches us the importance of vision. God sees the full picture and designs everything with his purpose in mind. God gave Noah a detailed vision of the ark long before the first raindrop fell, according to Genesis chapter 6 verses 14 to 16. Noah's obedience to that vision ensured the preservation of all of God's creation during the flood. In our lives, starting strong requires clarity about where we are headed. What is your vision for this year? What is your vision for your family, business, career, or ministry? Proverbs 29:18 reminds us, where there is no vision, the people perish. Seek God's guidance and allow his word to shape your vision. Second message, let your vision drive your actions. You see, starting with the end in mind also means taking intentional steps toward your God-given vision and goals. Jesus exemplified this by declaring his mission in Luke chapter 4 verses 18 to 19. The Spirit of the Lord is on me, he said, to proclaim good news to the poor. Throughout his ministry, Jesus' actions were directed toward fulfilling this mission. In practical terms, this means setting clear goals, making plans, and taking disciplined actions to deliver the vision. James 2:17 reminds us that faith without works is dead. Message number 3, trust in God's sovereignty. The phrase, my purpose will stand, highlights God's unchanging nature and his ability to fulfill his promises. Joseph trusted God's purpose in spite of all negative circumstances that he faced. Years later, he stood as Egypt's governor, declaring to his brothers, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Genesis 50 verse 20. Trusting God's sovereignty means believing that he is working all things together for your good. Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. Even when the path seems uncertain, remember that God's purpose will prevail. Now, let's look at practical steps for starting this year with the end in mind. Number 1, pray for direction. Begin every endeavor with prayer, asking God to reveal his purpose and guide your steps. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Second, write down your vision. Habakkuk 2:2 declares, write the vision and make it plain. Document your vision and goals and keep them where you see them regularly. Step number 3, break goals into action steps. You see, just as Noah built the ark one piece at a time, break your vision into manageable action steps. Step number 4, evaluate progress regularly. Reflect on your journey and make adjustments as necessary. Step number 5, trust God for grace. When challenges arise, meditate on scriptures that affirm God's faithfulness. My friend, God has already declared a victorious end for you. As you start this year strong, aligning your steps with his purpose, let go of fear and doubt and trust that he who began this good work in you will bring it to completion, according to Philippians chapter 1 and verse 6. Till I come your way again next week, this is Wonuola Adetayo, the Shaper. Shalom.